Hello dear students, welcome to the class today. We are proceeding with this chapter 1, the revision of chapter 1. Previously also I had said that it's a very simple chapter, but somehow you all are not very comfortable with the chapter. So what we have decided that we will be revising the chapter, and I hope the chapter would be clear now. Okay, so what we have done is we were talking about in the last class. What we have talked about is the French Revolution. French Revolution has been the base for most of the revolutions of the world. Got it? And it has created an idea of a nation. It has created a mark in the society. It has brought an overhauling change in the world scenario. Social, political, economic, हर तरीके का change आया. And the major changes that have happened after that is it has the common people have taken the complete things in their own hand. पहले क्या होता था? We have discussed about the concept of modern state and we have discussed about the nation state. Modern state was there, nation state was there. Nation state का concept was coming up. Common people have established Jacobin clubs, and the idea, the revolutionary ideas of France was spreading to Holland, Switzerland, Belgium. And today the person we are talking about, आज जिनके बारे में हम बातें करेंगे, जिन्होंने कि फ्रांस में बहुत ज़्यादा बदलाव जो लेके आए, he was Napoleon, of course. Okay, so we are talking about this great personality, and he was introducing many reforms which had really brought. He had introduced many reforms in France, and all these reforms that he have introduced, it has, of course, क्या हो गया कि now monarchy was removed, the absolutist rule was removed, लेकिन France got a dictator तो नहीं कहेंगे because he was not very cruel, but yes, he wanted that people should accept his terms and conditions. Okay, so in the administrative field, he had incorporated revolutionary principles, and he wanted to make the whole system more rational and more efficient. इनको ये लगता था ना कि एक चीज समझो कि he wanted rational and efficient system. We need to assess it. क्योंकि until and unless we understand that all the changes, इतना फ्रांस में जो changes आ रहे हैं, why people were not opposing it? इस चीज को लोग अपोज क्यों नहीं कर रहे थे? Why people were accepting whatever was said by Napoleon? ऐसा क्या था? Because the things that he has introduced, या जो भी conditions ये फ्रांस में लगा रहे थे, लोगों को लगा it is for betterment. And as a result, the Civil Code of 1804 was introduced. We need to understand and we need to assess it in detail. नेपोलियन की पॉलिसीज हम जब भी बात करेंगे तो we need to talk about the Civil Code of 1804. क्या था ये? What was this? Please understand, board में the questions are asked based on this, on the Civil Code of 1804. कि what was that? ये क्या था and how did it bring changes? क्या बदलाव आए फ्रांस में because of this Napoleonic Civil Code of 1804? The major change that has happened is कि certain things that were being carried on in France from a very long time, it was removed. क्या है? एक था of many people. क्या हो गया, राजा के परिवार में, if they are born in the king's family, so they continue accordingly only. वो king's family में ही belong करते हैं, whether I mean talented है नहीं है, quality है नहीं है, it hardly matters. If born in the king's family, they will die in the king's family and they will be the rulers only. हमेशा अपने आप को rulers ही समझेंगे. तो privileges based on birth was removed. हटा दिया उन्होंने. He said कि the people who are talented would be considered and the people who are talented would be given opportunity. This was removed. Okay. And what happened? Already it was introduced in France. The reforms that he had introduced, this Napoleonic Code was again a revolutionary change for France and for the people in France. Got it? So this way, पहली चीज, the first point that you need to mention is that privileges that were based on birth was removed. Another was that equality before law. कानून के सामने सब बराबर होने चाहिए. ऊंचे नीचे का कानून अलग अलग थोड़ी होता है. There are no separate laws for the high and the low. Okay, so he said that laws should be same for everyone. Equality. Please, I am discussing it in detail because you need to remember it. Okay, so equality before the law. Next point is equality before law. Okay. Now what happened? Equality before the law and right to property. Property है, if anybody has got the property, nobody can take away the property like this. And if a person is procuring the property, राज्य उनके मतलब कि अगर the parents who were there, the people who were there in the family have earned that property, how can anybody take away that property? Okay, so right to property was another thing that was introduced, and I hope it would be clear to you that right to property. This was the three provisions and these were the 3 points that were included in the Civil Code of 1804. It is also called as, please remember, दोनों ही चीज आपको याद रखनी है. It is also called as Napoleonic Code. Okay, so these are 2 of the major provisions that were there. And another thing that had changed the systems and the conditions in France, that ये जो code इन्होंने बनाया, this code was extended to the other parts of Europe as well. बाकी की countries ने भी इसको follow करना शुरू किया. खाली इन्होंने, I mean the countries did not start it on their own, but then the French armies were there, the policies of Napoleon was there, which was forcing the countries to follow this Napoleonic Code. Which countries had accepted it? You should remember the name of the countries which had accepted the Napoleonic Code. Got it? So which were these countries? It was in the Dutch Republic, Switzerland, Italy, Germany. Napoleon had simplified the administrative system. Napoleon मतलब सिविल कोड ऑफ 1804 को ध्यान में रखते हुए, looking at the Napoleonic Code, it was simplified. Got it? So Switzerland, Italy, मतलब the countries which had accepted the Napoleonic Code, Germany, all these places, the Napoleonic Code was imposed. देखो, people don't accept the things readily. आराम आराम से कोई भी किसी भी चीज को एक्सेप्ट नहीं करता है. उसमें कुछ न कुछ फायदा नजर आता है. When the people find that there are some profits, there are some things that needs to be followed, या फिर जिन चीजों की वजह से कंट्री का भलाई है, द कंट्री वुड बी बेनिफिटेड, पीपल वुड बी बेनिफिटेड, तभी लोग एक्सेप्ट करते हैं. देन ओनली पीपल एक्सेप्ट दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. नहीं तो ऐसे पीपल रिजेक्ट, and there are a lot of revolutionary ways of opposing these things. Got it? तो नेपोलियन ने एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सिस्टम was simplified. All these countries which we are talking about, क्या क्या हुआ? What all things had happened that in these countries administrative system was simplified. Please understand. Administrative system was simplified. Got it? एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सिस्टम को सिंप्लीफाई करके नेपोलियन was simplifying the administrative system. He had abolished the feudal system and freed the peasants from all kind of serfdom. पहले क्या था? Peasants were also like serfs. We see that serfdom was removed. क्या था ये? What was this serfdom? To serve, सेवा करना. Okay, serfdom it was removed. पीजेंट से खाली फार्मर्स का या पीजेंट्स का काम नहीं कराया जाता था. द पीजेंट्स वेर ऑल्सो फोर्स्ड टू सर्व द हाई कैटेगरी, द लॉर्ड्स. एंड इमेजिन, देखो, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट ऑल दीज पीपल हु एग्जिस्टेड इन द यूरोपियन कंट्रीज, हाई कैटेगरी पीपल, उनको लोग क्या बुलाते थे? लॉर्ड. हम लॉर्ड किसको बुलाते हैं? भगवान को. हाउ कैन द ह्यूमन बीइंग बी कॉल्ड एज लॉर्ड? प्रभु, भगवान, देवता. And that was the terminology that was used for the high class people. Okay, so serfdom was removed. लोगों से जो like slaves की तरह, the people were forced to work like slaves. These all things were removed. Town में क्या हुआ? Guild restrictions were removed. In town, शहरों में guild restrictions were removed. Okay, please understand. Abhi, what are guild restrictions? There are groups of the people who are forming the groups on the basis of the business that they have, on the basis of the functions, on the basis of the activities that they are carrying on, economic activities के basis पे groups बनते हैं. So these groups are called as guilds. Businessmen were there, small scale producers of goods were there. They began to realize the uniform laws. मतलब ये जो uniform centralized system has been introduced, it has benefited them a lot. काफी फायदा हो गया था इससे. And it would facilitate movement and exchange of goods. एक कंट्री से दूसरी कंट्री, एंड इन द सेम कंट्री ओनली, इफ द गुड्स आर मूविंग, पीपल हैव टू पे हेवी ड्यूज. पहले बहुत सारे पैसे पे करने पड़ते थे, बट नाउ दे हैव बीन रिलीव्ड ऑफ दैट. उस चीज से छुटकारा मिल गया था लोगों को. ओके, नेशनल करेंसी वॉज मेड. एक ही तरीके का मनी पूरी कंट्री में कैरी फॉरवर्ड होना चाहिए. आई मीन इट शुड बी फॉलोड. What happened? Wherever Napoleon has conquered, initially, शुरू में क्या हुआ? That all these army that Napoleon was accompanied with, the army of Napoleon was respected to an extent that people said that they were called as the harbingers of liberation. They were called as the harbingers of liberation. देवदूत, शांति दूत, फ्रीडम के दूत. दूत means the people who are bringing good messages, who are taking the system, taking the country towards a peaceful environment. So they were called as the harbingers of peace. लेकिन क्या हुआ? What had happened? Initially, they had gone to many countries like Holland, Switzerland, and as well as Brussels, Mainz, Milan, Warsaw. ये सारी जगहों पे these places the Napoleonic army was moving. Please remember the name of these places. Got it? So when the army was moving, it was welcomed as the harbingers of liberty or harbingers of liberation. Now what happened? Gradually and slowly, people who were very enthusiastic, people who were very happy, they turned hostile towards the army. पहले तो बहुत स्वागत किया, बाद में they said कि ये तो बहुत बुरे लोग हैं. Why? Because the people these armies who were moving into these countries, they were imposing the policies of Napoleon in a very harsh manner. नहीं करोगे तो जेल में बंद कर दिया जाता था, या फिर टॉर्चर किया जाता था, या फिर अरेस्ट कर लिया जाता था. तो people thought that they have welcomed the army. The welcome should be like protectors rather than you can say oppressors. कि हमको दबाने के बजाय, हमारे को टॉर्चर करने के बजाय, this is a wrong practice and the army should take care of the population of the countries where this army was moving. तो लोगों को क्या चीज अच्छा नहीं लगा? Increased taxation was there. Taxes were increased. Whichever countries Napoleon was going, he also needed. Everybody needs money. So with his changed economic policies, people started feeling uncomfortable. Okay? Censorship was there. Forced conscription in the army was there, into the French armies, and they were requiring, they wanted to conquer the whole of Europe, the rest of Europe. So all these things, that was to outweigh the advantages of the administrative changes. Administrative changes were there. People initially felt advantaged, but later on they started facing big problems. Got it? This was all about France and efforts of Napoleon. Now what happened? Now we will be talking about nationalism in Europe. This topic is over. फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन के बारे में जितना हमको जानना था, we have already done it. Some parts you have done it here, other parts you have already done it in class 9. You can utilize those points also. जो अभी तक आपने किया हुआ है, और whatever is your knowledge about the French Revolution, you can definitely use it in writing your answers. Okay? Now we come to the next topic, that is the making of nationalism in Europe. Topic 2. Making of nationalism in Europe. How did it start in Europe? अभी क्या है? यूरोप में there was revolutionary changes. Of course, the initiative was taken by France. शुरुआत फ्रांस ने की थी, लेकिन मैसेज हर जगह पहुंच गया. People got a clear-cut message that it is the time of liberation. अब freedom का time आ गया है, liberty का time आ गया है. It is the time when people can be liberated from all kind of atrocities. हर तरीके के अत्याचार से मुक्त हो सकते हैं. ओके? पहले क्या था? जर्मनी, इटली एंड स्विट्जरलैंड. आज जिनको हम टुडे वी नो अबाउट Germany, okay, Italy, big countries, powerful countries, and Switzerland. Once upon a time, these were not the countries. पहले ये countries नहीं थे. नहीं, ये नहीं, आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट, आई एम सेइंग दैट दे वेयर डिवाइडेड इनटू स्मॉल किंगडम्स, छोटी छोटी किंगडम्स में दे वेयर डिवाइडेड, like duchies, cantons. All the rulers who were there, they were having their own territory. Autonomous territories were there. ऐसे areas थे which the rulers were ruling in their own manner. अपने तरीके से जिन जगहों पे लोग रूल कर रहे थे, ऐसी places में it was divided. Now what happened? These small kingdoms which were there, rulers had autonomous territories. Eastern Europe, Central Europe, these were under monarchies. ठीक है? Please understand that Eastern and Central Europe was under monarchy. Got it? Now these were under autocratic monarchies, and people who were living in these places under the monarchs, under the rulers, राजाओं के राज में ये जो लोग रहते थे, they were all speaking different languages. I mean, I'm talking about the culture. The culture that existed in these places was absolutely different. Totally. तो पहले का कल्चर, उनका लैंग्वेज स्पीकिंग, द लैंग्वेज वाज देयर, दे डिड नॉट हैव एनी कलेक्टिव आइडेंटिटी. वो अपना समझे, हम अपना समझेंगे. इफ देयर इज एनी प्रॉब्लम विद एनी ग्रुप, वन ग्रुप विल से व्हाट इज आवर कंसर्न. उनके यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम है, वो सॉल्व करेंगे. तो दे स्पोक डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस, दे बिलोंग टू डिफरेंट एथनिक कम्युनिटीज. यहाँ पे क्या था? पीपल वेयर फॉलोइंग डिफरेंट कल्चर्स. एक ही में मैं कंबाइन कर देती हूँ, ठीक है? पीपल वेयर फॉलोइंग डिफरेंट कल्चर्स. मीन्स ethnic groups were different, customs and traditions were different, different cultures were there, and these people, the common people who were there, language, customs, traditions, ये सब अलग था. स्पेशली हैब्सबर्ग एम्पायर था. ठीक है, अभी हमने कहा ना कि छोटे छोटे बहुत सारे एम्पायर्स थे, तो हमने whenever we understand the things, we have to understand it with the help of example, right? So there was Habsburg Empire, और Habsburg Empire was ruling, कहाँ पे रूल कर रहे थे? इसको हटा देते हैं. Habsburg Empire was ruling over and Habsburg Empire कहाँ पे रूल कर रहे थे? ऑस्ट्रिया हंगरी में. They were ruling over Austria and Hungary. Now what happened? It was a patchwork of many different regions. Habsburg Empire में भी छोटे lot of principalities were there. Please understand what are principalities. Principalities are limited, I mean certain areas which are ruled by some rulers in a combined manner. Okay, principalities were there, मतलब उसके जो head होते हैं in these principalities, the head person who is there, he is the person who has to give all the briefing to the king. राजा तक सारी बातें पहुंचाना या सारे रिपोर्ट्स देना, इट इज द वर्क ऑफ द लीडर. तो यहाँ पे क्या था? देयर वेयर, इसमें विच रीजन्स वेयर इन्वॉल्व? ऑस्ट्रिया हंगरी वाज देयर, इसमें देयर वाज टायरॉल वाज देयर, पैचवर्क बिकॉज टायरॉल वाज देयर, ऑस्ट्रिया वाज देयर, सुडेनलैंड वाज देयर, बोहेमिया. तो ये जो द कंट्रीज दैट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, मैं इसको लिख देती हूँ, दैट स्मॉल, हम जो प्रिंसिपैलिटीज की बात कर रहे हैं, दीज वेर द प्रिंसिपैलिटीज. ओके, टायरॉल वाज देयर इन अल्पाइन रीजन में, देयर वाज टायरॉल, Alpine region, is the most very cold region. काफी ठंडा प्रदेश है वहां पे. टायरॉल पीपल वेयर देयर अल्पाइन रीजन में. ऑस्ट्रिया एंड सुडेटन एज वेल एज बोहेमिया में क्या था, अरिस्टोक्रेसी वाज, जो रूलर्स थे, ऑल द अरिस्टोक्रेट्स हु वर देयर, ऑल द रूलर्स हु वर देयर, व्हाट लैंग्वेज दे वर स्पीकिंग, दे वर स्पीकिंग द जर्मन लैंग्वेज. And it also included Italian speaking provinces of Lombardy and Venetia. Okay? तो all these principalities जिनके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, please understand that different groups were there at different places, लेकिन they were bound with the Austria-Hungary Empire, the Habsburg Empire. क्योंकि right now the regions that we have discussed, उसमें all these people, all these places were involved, which were a part of the Habsburg Empire. Got it? Bohemia was there. It was all predominantly German speaking. they वहाँ पे German speaking थे. इसके बाद we had the Italian speaking provinces, Lombardy, Venetia. Hungary में क्या था, half of the people who were there, half of the population was speaking a language called as Magyar. ठीक है. और बहुत सारे, I mean try to understand, आज India is known. ठीक है, मैं इंडिया का एग्जाम्पल देके आपको समझाती हूँ, आपको अच्छे से समझ में आएगा. इन इंडिया वी आर देयर, इंडिया में वी हैव डिफरेंट डायलेक्ट, डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज स्पीकिंग पीपल, गुजराती, मराठी, बंगाली, तमिल. लैंग्वेजेस आर डिफरेंट बट वी आर बाउंड इन वन, इन द सेम वे. उस समय भी people in different regions were living who were speaking different languages, but they were bound in one. Got it? So all these people who were there, Galicia में aristocracy was there. So they were speaking Slovenia, Carnolia, Bohemians and Slovaks who were there. They were speaking Slovenes and Carniola. These are the languages. Croats were there who were living in the south. Romans were there who were living to the east of Transylvania. So different groups with different languages. लेकिन ये अभी हम कहाँ की बात कहाँ चली गई है, हम क्या बात कर रहे हैं? We are talking about nation states. ठीक है, लेकिन हम क्या कर रहे हैं? We are talking about different places where people were speaking different languages. तो बेटा सबसे पहली बात जो जरूरी है, वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द बैकग्राउंड. हमको बैकग्राउंड समझना ज्यादा जरूरी है. सो दिस वाज द बैकग्राउंड. नहीं समझ में आया? चलो, आई विल बी कंटिन्यूइंग इट इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. अभी 2-3 चीजें आई, जस्ट नीडेड टू शो इट टू यू. आई विल शो इट टू यू इन द बुक इटसेल्फ, हाउ नेपोलियन एंड हिज एम्पायर वाज नॉट वेलकम्ड. इसके बारे में 1-2 पिक्चर्स आई जस्ट वांटेड टू शो यू दैट. ओके चिल्ड्रन? So students, just now we have completed the chapter. I wanted to show you this picture because the talk of liberty and liberation was so much in the town. Everywhere people were talking about liberty, people were talking about liberation. And this is the this is what is shown here in the tree of liberty in Zweibrücken. ठीक है, Zweibrücken, Germany. This where people are trying to get complete liberation. मतलब लिबर्टी वॉज पर्सोनिफाइड टू सच एन एक्सटेंट. आप ये देखो, मैं आपको व्हाट आई वांटेड टू टेल यू इज दैट हाउ मच लिबर्टी वॉज बिकमिंग एसेंशियल फॉर द पीपल. इट वॉज बिकमिंग द टॉक ऑफ द टाउन एंड इट वॉज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट अर्जेंट थिंग्स दैट पीपल रिक्वायर्ड. गॉट इट? सो जस्ट सी हाउ एंड दिस इज़ एन ओरिजिनल पेंटिंग. यहाँ पे ये देख लो कि दिस हैज़ बिन मेड बाय, हाँ, जस्ट सी इट इज़ मैंशनड हियर. Karl Kaspar Fritz. How the French armies, their blue, white, and red uniform, it have been portrayed as the oppressors and a peasant's cart left harassed. I mean, देखो, just look at the details and you will be understanding. अच्छा, look at the painting and the lifelike colors that are mentioned. Let's go through of this painting. Left about इस चीज को ध्यान से देख लेना. Sometime I have, because I am very particular about the pictographic questions. Then you have the Napoleon's picture is here. 1813 का है ये, आप ये देख लो कि the courier of Rhineland loses all that here. Napoleon here is represented as a postman. यहाँ पे नेपोलियन के उन्होंने पोस्टमैन के रूप में दिखाया हुआ है. Why has been shown as a postman? Because he is going back to France. Battle of Leipzig में he has lost. क्या होता है when people are over enthusiastic and over ambitious, क्या होता है, हार का करना पड़ता है. Got it? Just this I wanted to show. Thank you children and all the best to you.